Hi, welcome to Hikare's Crossing. Okay, what you see here is the new decks that have come in. So I'm not going to show you the cards. You have to look at the videos that have come in to see the actual cards. But just to give you an idea, I got Divine Inspiration cards, Divine Tea Time Inspiration cards. Now they've got recipes on them in regards to herbal teas. I got the Mythic Oracle. I'm just waiting for the new Mythic Tarot and the Greek reading cards to go with them. So I'm just waiting for those. So let me just get rid of them. Okay. I got Chiro Machete's Oracle of Visions, which is really cool. Goes with the Chiro Machete tarot cards. Okay, I got the Chinese tarot, which I'm not going to show you until I've dived into them and had a look, and then I'll show you. And then I've got the Green Witch Oracle to go with my Herb Crafters Tarot, which you have to wait to see. Okay, and I've got the Erotic Tarot and the Pleasure Oracle, which I'm waiting to dive deep into as well. So I'm not going to show you the decks, but anyway, just to see what I've got. Right. What's to start with? Lunar Moon. Okay, this is the list. Lunar Moon, Maria, and All About Maine. And so Lunar Moon's question is, what do I need to know now? Okay, Lunar Moon, what do you need to know now? And I'm going to use the Native American Tarot. What do you need to know now? Don't forget, if you donate, please let us know. If you want a more in-depth reading, let us know how much you donated, for what type of reading you wanted. Okay, Lunar Moon. Okay, we've got 6 of Shields. So this, to me, in the Native American dance, in the Native American tarot, is all about giving away. It's all about releasing and letting go. It does feel very much about just surrendering to the moment. It's a sense of being able to give and take unconditionally. There's no, when you surrender and let go, you just let go unconditionally without any expectations. It's just about being in the moment. Lunar Moon. So it's just about being in the moment, which is really, really important. And that's going to allow you to I feel that's going to allow you to move ahead with your desires, and you're going to reach a new understanding in regards to your passion, your creativity. If you can just surrender and be in the moment and just let things be, it's going to allow you to really move into a new level of awareness, a new ascension. I just feel like you're going to be shifting into just new possibilities in regards to your passions and desires. Your energy is going to, I feel like your vibrations are going to raise as well. I think there's going to be a lot of new awareness, new sensations, a lot of new awareness coming in as well within your own, I want to say clear sentient in some way, a sense of feelings and things like that. It is sort of going to come into the picture as well. So yeah, that's it for you. Okay, so we've got this free list, and so we have Maria. Will I meet a new person like I wanted him to be? Actually, Maria, three cards popped out. Now, the first one we want to look at here is a sense of something weighing you down. This thought, this opinion is sort of weighing you down. It's sort of bringing you to a sense of a heavy burden in some way. Feels like things are a little bit doom and gloom, not what you expect them to be at all. But it's all about being able to give and take. This extra card flew out and I just felt like I had to include it in the reading. Now, for you, Maria, it really is about things are just weighing you down. It's just too heavy. It is just sort of weighing you down. It's just too, I just feel like it's a heavy burden for you. Things are not quite what you expect. They're a little bit doom and gloom, but it does come with a new understanding of the situation, because it's really asking that you're able to have the sense of being able to give and take. Make sure you have some balance in your love life. Okay, I do feel like it's maybe not what you expect. I definitely feel as though it's not what you expect. Okay, but it's got to allow you to have that balance, to have that sense of emotional balance as well, which is super important. So I do feel as though it's not going to be okay. Lunar Moon, take care. Okay, Maria, I do feel as though it's not going to be quite what you expect, but it is all about balance. It all is about finding that balance for yourself. Okay, so what have I got? This is the list. Queen of Swords are sort of talking about whose readings next, whose questions. So she'll let me know. Hi, Kilcook. Yeah. Yep, just need your question. Sorry. With Queen of Swords will tell you who needs to put in the question. So this is the list. And then if you've just come in, you will be added. So don't forget. Just waiting to see when. Oh, Lara Spark, right. Cute. Lara Spark Parkers. When will C reach out? Okay, you really need the timing cards. I've got up to 4 weeks. It says 4 days, 4 weeks, but I'm getting closer to the 4-week period. Up to 4 weeks. It could be in between that. So it's talking about you can carve something out. So it's about carving something out within the relationship, bringing something into fruition. So I'd say within the next 4 weeks for sure. It does feel as though things are quite, it's like you're ready, and there's a sense of ready and rearing to go. It's like there is this need to want to reach out, but there does seem to be sort of a bit of a wait period, a bit of hesitation going on with it. So there's definitely some passion, some creativity, wanting to move forward on it. Definitely feels they're ready and raring to go, but there is some sense of hesitation happening. So up to about 4 weeks approximately. Depends on what happens. There could be some other things that go on too. Right. So I got this list here. When will P contact me if you see any contact? Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Will he contact you? First, will there be any contact? Okay, it does feel like there's a need to be in control of the situation. Oh, shoot, card just flew out as I said that. So let me have a look. Okay. It definitely feels as though there is some success and some victory. It's like he is in control of the situation. So there will be some contact at some stage. It does talk about victory and success coming into the play. There may be some challenges first before the contact. So it is about a sense of being in control. Feels like P wants to be in control of the situation, whatever that is. And there is that sense of victory and success. So yes, definitely feels as though P will contact you just when they feel like they're in control. It feels like things will just happen when they want to. Feels like they will contact you when they want. No timing. No timing, Mary. No timing. It will just be when he feels like it. And he's flip-flopping when he will. So there's no set. It feels very chaotic. So no timing. Okay. Will I be able to visit Alex in his room? Please be patient with the readings. They will happen when they happen. Just be patient. Okay, will I be able to visit Alex in his hotel room? Here we've got temperance, that whole thing about being in moderation. And here we've got the sense of what you can and cannot control. What are you focusing on here? So it feels like there might be a bit of a hiccup in regards to visiting in the hotel. Does feel like there might be some challenges to the situation. There might be a little bit something might be out of your control with the situation, Lily. So it does feel as though something could be out of your situation. It does feel as though something excessive could cause a bit of a problem, a bit of a situation. So yeah, could be a bit of a hiccup in regards to that. But I think it's how you choose to react that's going to make a difference. Are you going to cause an argument? Are you going to cause a fight? Or are you going to stay calm and relaxed? Basically here, I'm seeing a bit of an argument and a fight, which is what I think of the problem could be, is like the sense of just being able to stay calm, take a breath, and it's how you choose to react that will make a difference to the situation. But there could be a bit of a hiccup if you go in full force, go in with excessive thoughts. Whew. Okay, just waiting to see questions. Nice deep breath. The reason why I don't use the tarot for timing is because I'm actually in the southern hemisphere. So my seasons are completely different to you. So it makes it a little bit tricky. Just hence why I use the cards of time. When will Sophie reach out? Okay, about 5 weeks. It does say 5 weeks, 5 months, but I'm getting closer to the 5 weeks. Okay, 5 weeks period. I know it has got Leo there, so it's got the 7th and the 8th month as well. But I'm saying I'm getting closer to the 5 weeks. Release the power of your heart. So it does feel like it's about 5 weeks to the situation. So let's have a look. Again, we get the sense of just being patient. Okay, with the 5 of Cups here, I'm just getting the words patience. Don't hurry. Don't worry about it too much. There's some things you can control, some things you can't. So you just got to let things be. Just get on with your life and that sort of thing. So yeah, about 5 weeks or so. Might be just after, but round about there. Mary. Oops, wrong one. How do men see me? How do men see you? I'm going to do oops. How do men see Mary? Okay, we've got Knight of Cups, which talks about romance, emotional. Seeing more of a romantic energy, emotional energy, romantic. Definitely could feel like there's some movement going on there. And we've got the Ace of Wands here. So someone to sort of, I want to say, conquer in a way is the words I got here with the Ace of Wands. It's very sexual energy, creative, passion, desires. So there's definitely that new, that possibility, having a sort of a breakthrough, a sense of being able to conquer. I want to say, I keep getting the word conquer. So just be careful. I'm just getting the sense of needing to create some boundaries for yourself in this way, because I'm seeing that men see you as quite romantic in some ways, and someone to sweep off their feet, someone they could sweep off your feet. I'm getting a sense of just be careful, because I do feel like you could get taken advantage of in some way, Mary. Mary, I do get a sense of needing to be careful. I do feel like that it's possible that you could be taken advantage of. So you do need to make sure you create some boundaries. Okay? Create some boundaries, which is really important. Okay? So that's what I see for you. Who will Josie be the most in love with in the future? Me or Lucas? Okay, so one card for Josie, one card for you, and one card for Lucas. So let's have a look. Whoa. Okay, we've got the Hierophant here, which is a sense of traditional love, traditional relationship, and the other one is the Moon card. So something could be afraid of, not quite moving through quickly. I feel more, it's amazing with this one here. I get the Hierophant here. So the Hierophant to me is a more traditional courting type energy. And the Moon card is more of moving through phases. It sort of seems very short term. So it's a bit of an cards here that you could feel that Lucas could be short-term energy, so she could be very much in the moment with Lucas, very much being in that emotional moment with it, because the Moon card can be quite emotional, can be a bit of a roller coaster ride in the moment. And then you have the Hierophant with you, and that sense of being very traditional, and the courting and the romance and that whole connection, that sense of what I want to say here is that sense of courtship, that dating, that connection, that union, can be all those things with the Hierophant here. A little bit more, feels a little bit more long-term energy. But for Lucas, I feel it's very much in the moment. It's very much a phase of moving through. So it could be quite intense, quite emotional in the moment, and feel like that's where the love is. But I don't know if it's a genuine love, or it's very much in the moment. With you, it's a bit more long-term energy. So it does feel like there's a bit of a long-term thing, but doesn't necessarily mean that's the way she's Angel's going to go. Okay. She may be a sense of she may go for the moment, being in the moment, because that's where she feels the most intense energy. With you, it feels a bit more long-term, a bit more sort of like she has options a little bit. So anyway, something to think about. Okay. What are AMs feeling towards you these days? Okay, Maisie, El Kafi, what are AMs feeling towards me these days? Okay, I've got the 3 of coins here. Three of Coins with the sense of, with the Eight of Swords. I feel very restricted, very contained to the situation. So it does feel as though there does feel like there's some restriction to the, you know, recognizing your skills and your abilities, wanting to support you. But there is a sense of restriction. So it does feel as though they want to sort of contain you in some way. They want you to be exclusive to them. It does feel like that exclusive control energy. Like they want to, I feel like they want to keep you contained in some way. It's not feeling very, I'm not getting a positive energy from this, but totally up to you what you choose to do, of course, but I'm getting a very controlling energy, like recognition of your skills and your abilities, but wanting to control that, wanting to keep you contained in some way. So I'm feeling very restricted. I'm getting a very restricted feeling from the energy. Yeah. A love read, please. Okay. Okay, we've got new beginnings here. Definitely is about being aware, being cautious, having a little bit of fun, not being too worried about stuff that's going on. There is that sense of moving through into new possibilities. It's like you've left behind the old stuff and moving into a new part of your journey. So it does feel like there's some new beginnings, or you're moving into a new awareness within your relationships, or how you deal with relationships in some way. So it definitely feels as though you are moving into a new phase of love. So interesting. Definitely feels like there's new beginnings. Have some fun. Have some fun. Don't get too serious with it. What's coming in month of April? What's coming up during April? Don't forget, if you donate, to let Queen of Swords know how much you've donated, or what type of reading you've donated for. What's coming for April? Okay, you've got the Moon card here. So here you've got the sense of, I want to say, moving through a phase, a romantic phase, a passionate phase. Definitely feels emotional. So I'm feeling very romantic in some way, very romance type energy here. But it feels very, it's in a phase, it's in a moment, it's going through a cycle, development. Just being aware of not rushing into it. Does feel like you're rushing into something, or something's being rushed. Could be, I want to say, disappointment. It's not quite what you're expecting. Okay, so just be aware of the lessons that you need to learn during this phase. Take it for what it is. I want to say take it with a grain of salt. Just be in the moment. Energy is what I'm getting here. It's sort of a very interesting type energy here. I'm sort of getting very much about a phase. Things not sort of really, it's just a cycle. Feels very short-term energy. Just enjoy it for what it is. Don't get too bogged down by it. Just know that you just be careful about not rushing into things too quickly, is what I want to get there. Don't rush into things. Just let things be. Just allow things. Okay, so we've got, yep. Oh, yeah. All about Maine. Okay. Oh, and this is a work situation. Great. So let's get into a bit more. Now, this was just a basic reading, right? So a basic reading, and I've just jumped things out. Basic reading is, what am I doing? It is 4 cards, isn't it? Just make sure I get where I'm at. Oh yeah, that's it. Just want to make sure that I've got the right skizzy here. I know what I'm doing. Right, currently I'm donated. All about work. Right, so let's choose all about work. Let's do, I'm getting Labyrinth Tarot. Stuck between Labyrinth and, there we go. All about, how will my work situation work out? Okay, so work. Work situation. Feeling uncomfortable even though I love what I do. Okay. How will my work situation work out? Okay, the first thing we have here is the 9 of Feathers. 9 of Feathers is all about, there is a sense of a little bit of worry, a little bit of stress going out. Even though you love what you do, there does seem to be some underlying worry. Okay, some underlying stress about the situation. Does feel as though there is some underlying stress, there is some underlying worry about what's going on here. So there is a need to sort of act with a little bit of discernment, just to be a little bit honest with yourself. Awaken. I do get a sense of being a little bit of honest with yourself about things. I do feel as though there is a sense of acting with discernment at times, because things can get a little bit stressful, a little bit worry about work, but it is about acting with a little bit of discernment, not getting too, try not to get judgmental about a situation. Hi, Valentina. Okay, I am getting a sense of a new venture, and I got the words promotion in some way, so I got the King of Poles here, so I'm getting the sense of your desires, your creativity, but also your passion and that. And it is a sense of promotion, or a sense of a new venture, a new possibility within where you're working at this time. And then you've got the Dancers here. So this is about choices to be made. Okay, we're talking about your career, your work situation here. So I do feel as though you've got some choices in the relationships that you have within the work space, okay, because we're talking about work here. So I do feel like there's a little bit of worry, a little bit of stress. You do need to find yourself acting with a little bit of discernment at times, not trying to be too judgmental about situations going on. It's like you need to take a step back, take a breath, and just go, hey, it's not me, it's not me, it's not my stuff. I don't know whether that's because you've got a sort of you're sensitive about stuff. Does feel like you've got a sensitivity to the energy around you, and so you might find yourself getting a little bit caught up in everybody else's stuff that's going on. Okay. I don't get that. Sorry, I'm just okay, so that's what that could be it. That could be it, that whole thing. That's where the promotion, or it could be that sense of definitely feel as though there's a new venture, a new possibility within the work that you're doing. I do get that. There are some choices that you do need to make, and that's going to enable you to actually move in the direction that you actually want to go. But I'm wondering if it's part of your being empathic or being sensitive to other people, or being sensitive to the person that you're dealing with at this time. So yeah, so maybe it is about shifting to another client. Thanks, Valentina. So yeah, definitely feel as though there's definitely a new possibility here, a new venture coming up for you. One with the King of Poles. You feel like it's a control thing, okay? So yeah, I think it's just about sort of, I guess, so I keep getting this acting with discernment, not being too judgy, but I do get this possibility of a new venture for you. Definitely get something new. And then with the dancers is about the choices, making the hard choices to that you need to do with the relationship that you have with with the clients and things, and with the people that you're working with. So I hope that helps, gives you something to sort of think about, something to sort of dive into when you think about these cards here. So yeah. Oh, this deck is called the Labyrinth. The Labyrinth Tarot, from the movie, the David Bowie movie. You're welcome. Okay, so just the list so everybody knows where they are. What is the current feelings or messages from N? I'm just going to do a little bit of waterfall tarot, I think. Messages. Yeah, I realized it was messages, not massages. Yeah. Okay, what are current feelings or messages from N? Okay, we've got romance or news coming. There does feel like there's some news coming. I don't know whether you really want that news or not. It does get the sense of being hurt, being wounded, maybe dealing with some stuff that's quite hurtful in his life. Not necessarily with you, but there could be some stuff going on in N's life at this time. Okay, that's why I keep getting the word news. I do feel like there's some news coming, something, an announcement or something that's going on. You'll get some information, and it is to do with this hurt or this wounds, this emotional stuff, or this this energy that's coming through for N. Does feel like N's going through a lot of stuff at the moment. So not really focusing on you, JJ, at the moment. It does feel like they are focusing on, even though I have a bit of romance here, but I'm getting more about the news aspects of it. And because we have the wounded soldier, or that sense of needing to persevere, keep going, that whole feeling of just being just busy with other stuff. We've just got other things going on. Oh, I can't tell you when you'll get good news. I can't tell you that. I'm actually not getting that it's always going to be good news. I am getting news of some sort, and I am getting a sense of hurt. We've got this hurt, and it's the two cards together that make a difference, that sort of change the vibration of the card. And I'm sort of getting, yes, the news will come in, not necessarily good news, but definitely feel as though it's to do with the hurt, or the stuff that's going on in N's life. Just feels like there's a lot of stuff going on. So I just don't feel like I don't feel like there's any sort of messages for you from JJ, from N for you, JJ. I just feel as though they're busy. They've got their own stuff going on. They're wound up in their own world. Feelings for me currently, and it feels like we're going over and over this again and again. Love to see some different questions for sure. I'm feeling very lost, Liberty. I'm feeling very lost at this time when I read your question. Interesting. Okay, we've got okay, interesting. Okay, we've got Four of Wands, which talks about commitment, contracts, things like that, marriage. But I've also got the Two of Wands, which talks about choices. So I'm getting the sense of these choices to be made in regards to the relationship, to the commitment. Now, it's not necessarily I'm just trying to sort of get this energy through, and it does feel as though there's some choices, some decisions to make about the commitment, about the relationship. So I do feel as though R is thinking about the choices that's yet to be made in regard to this relationship. Okay, so I do feel as though there is a lot of thought and decisions, choices to be made in regards to the relationship. And I just feel like I'm getting a lot of turmoil in that respect here. The sense of trying to pause, trying to take a moment to look at the choices that they have to move forward in the relationship. So I do feel like there's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. Valentino. Cal gets added. So this is the list. Can we close the list, Queen of Swords? The free list anyway. If anybody wants a reading, donation reading, that's cool. Valentina, we're getting a lot of third-party readings here. Seems like you're quite... Oh, I'm getting a real heavy feeling today. Oh, really heavy. I'm just getting a very, very heavy reading. Seems to be a lot of third-party stuff coming out. A lot of readings here that are just, how much do they affect you? Yeah, but how much does it really... Do you see Carlo being romantically involved? Okay. First card that flew out was the Ten of Swords. So I get things ending. Okay, but it does give opportunity, and it does open the door to... It's interesting because then we get the Ace of Cups, which talks about the new possibilities. So I do feel as though something's ending in it. I do feel like you said, is Carlo currently being romantically intimately involved with, and I do feel like there was an ending there, but it brings up a new possibility, a new love. So I do feel as though Carlo may have been currently being romantically involved, but it feels like something has ended in that situation, and it brings it open to a new opportunity. We've been talking with a friend of him. I was trying to avoid him, but he keeps talking about him. Okay, well, it talks about something ending. Okay, so it does talk about maybe that relationship in some way may end on some level, but it does open it up to new possibilities. So I don't know whether that's a shift in the relationship, a shift in their relationship onto a new level. That's a good energy for him too. Okay, so it does talk about being a bit more into a new love. So yeah. So I do feel as though something ended, something final, but it brought out a new opportunity for him, a new possibility, a new love, a new relationship coming into play. So, yeah. Okay. Estrage. Okay. How does Leon view me? Oops, I do not want those cards in there. Okay, the first one here we have is a sense of Five of Wands. So there's battles and conflicts. Does see you as a conflict. There does seem to be some conflicts going on there. Does feel like there's an addiction, a yearning, a sort of a sense of a repeated patterns. So he may view you as someone who could be a conflict and a repeated pattern, a bit of an addiction in some way. So I don't know if that's I don't think that's really a good thing. Doesn't feel very positive. No, that's all right. Understand. It would be lovely to get some nice different. I'd like to see some of you move on into new possibilities, new empowered journeys. Sorry, I've just been working on myself, and I've sort of get that whole feeling about, wanting to be empowered, be in control, not being wound up by other people, enjoying alone time. I've just been doing some really deep work on myself and just been letting go of others' perceptions of myself, and I sort of would love that for everybody else, just to think about what they want in their own life without worrying about everybody else. But definitely feels so. How does Leon view you? Feels like there's a lot of conflict, a lot of stuff going on. It feels very chained, very restricted, very bad habit, addictive energy. So it doesn't feel very positive energy. So what you do with it is totally up to you, of course, and whether you're able to break free from those conflicts, those restrictions, totally up to you. Astridge, totally up to you. Okay, next list. It's taken me a long time to not worry about what everybody else thinks and just do my own thing and just feels good. Okay, so Shane, you're welcome, Astrid. Shane, no, you're going to go through a transformation. You're going to go through some Who said you're going to die? When you get the death card, it's not about dying. It's about things transformation. Shane, no, you're not going to die soon. No, you're going to go through some transformation, some changes. Now, let's do the rider. No, Shane, it's definitely not. You're not going to die. So you just want a general reading? Okay, let's have a look at you. I feel like you're going to go through a lot of changes, a lot of transformations. And interesting, the Knight of Cups has come up again. I do feel like you need a little bit of romance in your life. It does feel like things are going to change. It does feel like there's some changes going on. It does feel like you need a little bit of romance in your life, for sure. It's interesting. A new love. So there's new beginnings. There's transformation. There's changes going on. It's bringing in a new relationship in some way. A little bit of romance for you. Shane, you're not going to die. It's all about changes. It's all about transformations going on. It definitely feels as though you've got some new love coming into your life. It does feel like there's a little bit of romance going on. It's about opening the lid to self-love as well. Okay, so I do feel like you're going to have a lot of love coming into your life. Okay, I do feel like there's an overpouring of support. In some way. Okay, so definitely feels as though there's new possibilities for you, Shane. Definitely feels like there's an overpouring of support, overpouring of love for you, romance, feelings, people supporting you. So good. Yes, Valentina, you're right. I know. I understand that. Yes, I've had a few people come to me from other readers. Oh, thank you, Valentina. appreciate that. It's understanding the meanings of the cards, the layers of the cards, and know that things are symbolic, not always literal. Okay, so Cal, how does Chris feel about me? Okay, tarot décorative. No, no, stop. I've got a Spanish tarot. Really? All types of nonsense. Oh my God, that's terrible. That's terrible, Valentina. Okay. How does Chris feel about Cal? How does Chris feel about Cal? Let's have a look here. Oh my God. How does Chris feel about Cal? Whew. Okay. Definitely feels as though there's a sense of overcoming emotional challenges. Does feel as though there's a sense of overcoming emotional challenges. Okay, it does feel like there's a sense of, I want to say, sort of down to earth, a practical approach to the relation, to how they feel about you. Do feel as though you are able to overcome any emotional challenges and things that seem to be going on. So true, Valentina, so true. Okay, Cal, I do feel as though Chris feels that you are able to overcome emotional challenges and things like that. And it feels like there's definitely a practical approach. I feel like they're quite down to earth sort of energy. Okay, I do feel as though Chris has a very down to earth type energy. There is that sense of opportunities, or hoping for opportunities to arise. It does feel like there's opportunities arising in some way, and we're connecting with the emotions here, the feelings, the sense of the romance, the relationships. It does sort of feel as though there is that overcoming, I keep getting the words overcoming challenges within the relationship. So it does feel as though maybe there have been some hiccups, or there's been some challenges or some obstacles in the way. And it does feel like like Chris wants to overcome those obstacles, those challenges in regards to the relationship. Oh, you're welcome, Valentina. Okay, so it does feel as though there is that sense of overcoming those challenges of the relationship. There is that possibility. It does bring in the opportunity in a practical sense in regards to the relationship. I do feel like there needs to be, like, you need to be on the same page, and I'm just not sure you're there yet. Just not feeling you're quite there yet. Okay, so that's really important for you, just to know that you're not quite there on the same page. I do sort of feel like the sense is that these opportunities may arise, but you've still got to overcome the challenges of the romance of the relationship in some way. So just some things to sort of think about in a practical sense as well. Interesting. Okay. So what I'm going to do, Divine Tea Time Inspiration. What herbal tea What herbal tea are we going to focus on today? Energy-wise. Doesn't mean we have to drink it, but just to focus on the energy, the vibration. So, oh, flew out. Here we have chamomile, catnip, and citrus tea. It's very relaxing. And if catnip's not available, have valerian root. So it's very relaxing, and I'm getting very much for the digestive system as well. Being able to you to stay calm, relaxed, and just to deal with all the chaos that's going around you. So place a few sprigs of catnip, or you can use valerian or Tartarian honeysuckle flowers, a teaspoon of chamomile flowers, a stalk of lemongrass crushed, a sprig of lemon balm, and a sprig of mint in a jug. Cover with a litre or a quart of boiling water. Brew for 5 minutes, then strain. So that's what you need to focus on. Oops. That's your herbal tea for today. You're welcome, Cal. So that's your herbal tea to think about for today. It's all about relaxing, staying calm, being able to just be in the moment with everything that's going on for you, being able to reflect, contemplate, deal with your digestive system as well, which seems really important. So that's going to be a really cool card. That's the back of the card. Sense of relaxing, but also uplifting energy-wise as well. Okay. Oh, Greenwich was what I'm going to do today. I just feel like I'm just going to do a little bit of a 1, 2, 3. Whoever's still here. 1, 2, 3. So choose 1, 2, or 3. Thanks, Queen of Swords. Free list completed. It's awesome. It's about timing is perfect. So I just want 1, 2, or 3. Okay, 3 for you, Queen of Swords. Is pumpkin with productivity. So let's have a look in the book and see what it says. So what card number 8? Okay. The watering of a garden requires as much judgment as the seasoning of a soup. Okay, your hard work, planning, and experience should be paying off now, and there is reason to keep going with what you're currently working on. Additional resources can be safely used, and there is indication of a promotion, windfall, or an increase of some sort. There are good energies surrounding health and also fitness levels, although challenges will include failure to keep these at their optimum through neglect. Magical correspondences uses. So if you use a pumpkin in magic with a risk, healing, abundance, guidance, and fertility, and a love, with the deity is Chico Micotl, Chico Micotl, CHICO MECOATL. Celestial is the moon. Astrological sign is Cancer. Productivity spell. This is a messy smash fest to rid yourself of things holding you back. Write down all the things you think are holding you back on separate pieces of paper. Make slits in a pumpkin. Poke the notes into the slits. Take the pumpkin outside and write in black marker on it, "With this pumpkin, release and go," and then smash the pumpkin with a mallet. Okay. 1. Lightening the dark remote viewing. 1 is about success with peppermint. Okay, that's card number 20. So card number 20 with peppermint. Okay, it says, one of the most delightful things about a garden is the anticipation it provides. Peppermint indicates rapid progress, a quick return or increase of positive energies. And if you're seeking an answer, it is loud and firm yes. Make sure you're directing all of your energy and attention to the task at hand. And if you're in a relationship, try and do more activities with that person that pleases them. There is a need to listen to others and consider other arguments at the moment, but do not let others completely make decisions for you. Prosperity, good luck, justice, love, protection from illness. And your deities are Ceres, Demeter, Freya, Hermes, Persephone, Proserpina, Sion, Venus, and Mercury. Celestial is Mercury. Astrological sign is Libra. Success spell. Try this refreshing drink to boost your chances of success and also to repel illness. Place half a teaspoon of dried mint into a tea ball and swirl around inside a glass of sparkling water. Drink before undertaking activities you are seeking success in or when going into areas that may compromise your health. Add a slice of lemon to boost cleansing properties as well. So success, right. And then number 2. Oh, that'll be good, Queen of Swords. Okay, next we have, okay, the middle card, number 2, if anybody does that, if they've watched this back and gone there, is Purification with Snapdragons. Card number 41. Okay, Snapdragons. Let us give nature a chance. She knows her business better than we do. Oracle meaning. Snapdragons indicate you have within you all of you require. They bring you energy to focus your resources and bring your ideas into fruition. Accurate and unbiased observation is called for, so don't hesitate to ask for a little more time. A reversal of roles, fortune, and even outcomes could be coming. Don't become too ruthless or scatter yourself too far. A project that is close to you is a danger of failing. Magical correspondences include finances, reversal, inner strength, perception, and exorcism. Ooh. Your deities are Eris, Loki, Odin, and Set. Celestial Mars, astrological sign Gemini, with a purification spell. Create a tiny talisman to cleanse your aura and increase your perception. Place 3 dried snapdragon flowers and air-dry clay upon waxed paper and roll into a ball. The size can be any that you desire. Decorate with a pearl and add a pendant bail by pushing them into the clay. Interesting. Okay, so that's it from me. Thanks for being with me, and I will see you next week. Yeah, I love snapdragons. It's a long time since I've seen them too, or spent time with them anyway. Okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget to check out the new videos that are being released each day. Lots of new videos with all the new decks. and the pairings and study and all sorts of bits and pieces there. So I will see you next week. Next my Monday, of course. Your some of you will be Sunday. So yeah, take care. Thanks for being with us. Thanks, Queen of Swords, for everything. Really appreciate it. I've got things to do. So I'll see you later.